The most underrated element of a landing page is FAQs. The most underrated. Don't be a simp. The objective of an FAQ is not to provide information. The main goal is to overcome objections. Now, when I talk about FAQs here, don't say, oh, Alex, you don't want to provide information. No, there can be a help FAQ section on your site that does help an FAQ for your existing clients or people that are curious, want to learn more. But on the land where you send the traffic and your goal is conversion, your primary objective is to overcome objections, meaning things that people are thinking that are preventing them from converting, either giving their information, schedule a call, or make a purchase. There are always things, think of it this way, people who are coming to my website but are not buying. What are the main reasons? Is it too expensive? Is it they don't believe they have enough time to use your product? They don't believe your product satisfies that specific need that you claim it does. Okay? So your FAQ on that page has a very specific goal. It is to convert, to overcome these objections, to ultimately convert the customer. Okay? You can have a separate FAQ, which is about helping people, providing information and all that. On the landing page, the most important ones are the ones that that overcome objections. Okay, so step one, you've already identified all dimensions of needs. I'm going to go through it quickly, and I'm going to show it in software as an example. Based on priority of each specific customer, think of all potential objections by the customers who have that specific need. What can possibly they would object to? Provide a concise, resolute, and persuasive answer for each objective. It needs to be short and punchy. It needs to shoot down that particular objective. Okay, rank order them based on the combination of how pervasive that objective is, meaning how big that subgroup is, how many people. If an objection applies to 50% of your customers, you think, put that as number one. Okay, how effectively, and then how effectively you can overcome it. Okay, a quick tips, and we're going to show you an example for MentorBox or whatever we have time to show you guys. Keep questions honest. Okay, so if you ask a person who has visited your page but has not purchased your product or has not scheduled a call or submitted a lead or whatever is objective, what they tell you is not necessarily the same as what they're thinking. Okay, in most cases, your customers will not actually tell you their real objections. So you should listen to what customers say, but you have to really imagine what is it that they're thinking, but they're not saying as well. Okay, keep answers short and punchy, and use we and you, we, our, and you and your. So we do this for you type language. You're addressing them directly, and you're addressing them directly on a thing that they may be thinking, but they're not, which is an objection, but they may not be even telling you if you actually ask them. Focus heavily on how convincing your answer to those objections are. This is very important. Don't gloss over it. You can't just say, prompt the question, but not have a direct answer. Okay. Use our AI software for suggestions. Obviously, you don't have to, but if you want to. So let me show you an example. Okay. So FAQs, same thing. I just put MentorBox. I kept everything default. It didn't change anyway. Anyways, you can change target audience. It's good to say who the target audience is. The answer becomes more precise. And this is the first shot. So every time you regenerate, this number increments. Okay. So is MentorBox content really on par with reading the book? Okay. So a person who hears that concept for the first time, and comes to the mentor box's landing page. They're like, okay, is it really on par with reading the books? We're like, direct insight is from the authors to ensure a thorough understanding with less time. Okay, so it says, yes, it's like the author themselves coming and summarizing their own book. So they understand the main insights. They're going to summarize it to you. Okay, it's actually, I didn't type this in. It's actually what is the system generated. I got to say, I'm impressed by our own team's work. Really good. First shot, by the way. Will I miss out on important details from the books? You see, this is probably one of the main things people think. They're like, okay, is it the main, important details will I miss? Our summaries are comprehensive, which is actually what it is. It's like comprehensive. And if it's not if your product is not comprehensive, you should go back and say, okay, can I make my product more comprehensive? In the case of MentorBox, we actually thought about this, and we essentially created like we looked at each book and we created all the main points and had the authors cover all of them. Okay, so we had thought about it. But let's say you have not thought about it, and you had a different thought. Like, for example, you said the authors just ramble for 10 minutes. That's what you do, as an example. Then you see this question, you say, oh shit, a lot of people will think that. Let me go modify my product so that I can overcome this objective. Does that make sense? That's how important this is. You got to be able to say that our summaries are comprehensive, captures the book's essential essence effectively. How updated is the content on MentorBox? See, this is like interesting. This is for people who want to be on the cutting edge. We frequently update with the new insightful videos from current bestseller authors. Now, your product needs to fit this, right? So in this case, AI doesn't know. It is thinking, okay, these are the objections that people have. And if my product doesn't satisfy that objection, I can either remove it and I say, sorry, I don't have an answer for it. Or a better way to do it is go update your product to overcome the objection if you want to win. Okay. Aren't free book summaries available online? It's actually, they may not tell you that, but it's going in their brain. Does that make sense? It says MentorBox offers exclusive author content that's more valuable and reliable. So the content are exclusive for MentorBox. We built it with the authors themselves, and it's designed for this particular purposes. More valuable and more reliable. It actually addresses it head on. But this is a question that your customers trolls will say in the comments, like, hey, that is YouTube. Well, that's not YouTube because it's randomized and the author is talking somewhere to speakers and just like they cut a piece of it. It's not designed to cover the concepts of the book, right? So but the trolls will say that. When trolls say that, that means a lot of people who are less trolly, but they come on your page, but they're not convinced enough to buy, are thinking that. They're like, can I just go on YouTube and get free videos? Yes, you can, but our product is designed to be better in this particular aspect. Can I really absorb the material just by watching videos? Yes, our engaging videos are designed for maximum retention and impact. It's like a resolute answer. Again, guys, use our tools ethically, okay? So use our tools ethically. These tools are designed to maximize conversion of a page, but your product needs to be able to fulfill the promise on the page. So don't just, AI doesn't know if you're doing a good job on the fulfillment side, okay? And we don't know. So we're not responsible for it. You are responsible for it. You are going to take this, modify your product to be able to do it. Or if it's not true and you actually don't do a good job of, you don't update your material, you don't have new books, just don't say it, remove it. The AI is just thinking through all the things that people might have to question for, which is essentially objections they might have to bounce off of your page. If your product is shit, excuse my language, AI selling it, not selling it, that's besides the point, okay? What the tools we give you are tools of persuasion. You can use them to improve your product concept. So let's say you come up with a beginning concept of, a company. You put it through tools, and it comes up with a whole bunch of FAQs and benefit stacks. You describe what you're doing, and you're like, oh shit, my product doesn't cover this. Okay? You obviously cannot lie. You can't say your product does it, and it doesn't. So what is the next step? What is the next step? If our AI elements gives you very persuasive elements, and you're like, oh shit, my product. Improve the fucking product. Excuse my language. Yes, thank you. So this exercise, marketing and product building, are an iterative process. So you come up with a core of the idea, okay? And you can never quite see it until you go down the marketing rabbit hole. And once you're down the marketing rabbit hole, then you come back and you say, okay, now I need to improve my product or offering, or if I like, people are like, still don't understand what it is. Maybe I offer a refund policy, like you change product packaging based on what marketing is telling you. Okay, so it's an iterative process. You need to be honest and ethical at any point of time using these products. These products are tools of persuasion, like Robert Cialdini will tell you. Have you guys read his book? It's called Influence. It's a classic book, or he talks about 7 weapons of influence. I think the book is called Just Influence by Robert Cialdini. Okay. And then there's a second book he has, which is Persuasion. Okay. Which, by the way, this product persuades. Those concepts, all my learnings in life, those things I've learned from other people and also through experience, I'm trying to put inside as a foundation of this marketing tool. One of the things he talks about is that understand how to influence, but use it ethically. And it's very important in the long term, because if you don't know how to persuade through marketing, so marketing is a game of persuading people. Again, marketing is not about gloss. It's just like if you want beautifully paged landing pages, it's like things fade in and out and all that. You can do that. Do that on your own. There are people that know those things way better than I do. Okay. I am all about building websites and landing pages that actually deliver end results. Okay. That means persuasion and influence. Okay. And there are a ton of concepts that are fed into our engine to provide that. Hopefully. And over time we get better. Please provide feedback. Come on Sunday calls. Give me feedback. The more I hear from you guys as you're using these tools, the more weaponry I have to go back and build with our engineers. So I appreciate your guys' feedback. Essentially, use these two, but he says something interesting. He says if you use it unethically, over time you lose, because you lose believability. I tell you something interesting. A lot of pages that I run ads to, they don't even have maximum amount of persuasive stuff in it, and they still convert. A lot of it is because I've run a lot of ads. So people have been in mental blocks. I don't know. So some of you guys might have been in Alex Engine. Somebody messaged me, so they were in Alex Engine. So I built a lot of products. So it's like, if you fuck it up, it's like you cannot recover from it. So you gotta use these tools. They're very powerful, like tools of influence. Read that book, Influence by Robert Cialdini. And that's not the only thing that has got. There's a ton that has gone into it, into this product, and we will build more and more. But you want to use them ethically.